Hi guys!
Hello guys!
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about 10 benefits of interracial marriage. If you haven't liked and subscribed to our channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button so that you can get notified each time we post a new video. So let's go straight into it. Number 1, exploring new cultures. Guys, to me, this is like the best benefits of interracial marriage. So he is originally from Mexico and I am from Cameroon, which is a country in West Africa. So when we got together, we got to learn a lot from each other's culture. For example, one of culture that he was exposed to was what we call in Cameroon knock door or introduction. During our marriage, so
Before
that is
marriage,
when
yes.
so that was when his family came to see my family to officially ask for my hand in marriage. So it's a little ceremony that we do. And it's funny because he thought it was tricky where we had to have, different ladies like my cousins and friends dress up, their heads covered as, pretending to be me, right? They come out. So he has to be able to identify me by not even touching, just by looking through the covers to identify his wife. And if he made a mistake, that's a fine that he's gonna pay.
I already knew the high.
Just a high?
Just the high.
And then what was your favorite part?
Knocking bills.
It's not like that, guys. It's not knocking bills. So what happens during the knock door is that, my family or my dad, there's a list, right? That is provided to the group.
Cousins, uncles, grandparents, grandparents,
No, it's not.
nieces, and more uncles and family from Europe and some all over the place.
So
list like this, list, check.
So basically, there's this list, right, where he has to pay the bride price.
I have to pay every single one of them for her. Every single one of them.
Don't say that. You haven't paid it all off.
Right. No,
Because guys, it's just like a little appreciation, right?
Appreciation.
So, because you cannot buy a human being.
No.
It's just a culture, right?
Right.
To show that you value their daughter. So you get to go ahead and pay that bride price to all these people on the list. So the list was provided or handed over to his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And
my dad was like, what's
and
this?
his dad looked at it like, whoa.
Is it like a menu or what? Like invitation menu?
Stop.
So the whole list.
You guys
like,
are so...
I just look at my dad like, just follow the list.
Just follow the list.
Just read whatever names are there.
So, but yeah, so, I mean, hey, come on, you guys. So that's just a way, of showing that you appreciate your daughter because you cannot buy a human being. No amount of money can buy me.
I literally had
you didn't
to buy
me.
her.
No, you didn't.
I had to.
And FYI, with the
Offer
bride
her.
price, you can never, ever truly pay the entire bride price because you're going to keep paying for the rest of your life. You're going to keep, once you marry an African woman, you marry her entire family.
The entire
You heard that from me, right?
That whole list was the entire village.
So another cultural thing that I learned from his family was when we went to, I believe there was an event at one of his auntie's house, and there was this nice, delicious sweet bread, right?
Rosca de Reyes. Rosca de Reyes.
So when it's like, we're slicing the pieces and sharing. So my own piece, when I was eating it, I kind of bit something inside, and I was like, what is that?
Plastic stuff.
I know, right? So when I opened the bread, I saw a little white toy that looks like a baby. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, she beat the baby, so she's going to cook tamales for everybody the next day.
Baby Jesus. That's baby Jesus.
And I was like, what is that?
We hide baby Jesus in the bread. There's only 4 in each corner, which you had to guess. Well, not really guess, but he's hiding in the Rosca de Reyes. And if you buy or you find it, you have to make tamales on Dia de la Candelaria.
Oh, wow.
So she finds the little baby Jesus, and then she has to make tamales. Dia de la Candelaria.
I was like,
Dia
what?
de la Candelaria, yes.
So basically, if you don't know what that is, it's more like, they say it's a story of the 3 wise men. They call it the 3 kings in Mexico, where they went to visit Jesus when, when Mary had Jesus, right, and offer him gifts. So that's what that day is all about. It's all about celebrating that. But I was just fascinated with the fact that there is a little toy baby inside the bread. And if you bite it while eating without breaking your teeth, hopefully, you get to cook tamales for the entire family the next day or the next week
month,
or something or month. And I was like, what? And there are so many other benefits, of a different culture. So in Mexico too, we also have the quinceañera.
Quinceañeras.
So that is when your daughter turns 15, and it's a pretty big party.
15 años.
And she gets to have a godmother that helps sponsor the event.
A lot of godmothers.
A lot of godmothers.
Dress godmother, cake godmother, music godmother.
Oh wow.
Jewelry godmother,
Ooh.
DJ godmother, godfather. There's a lot of godmothers. Everybody's contributing to the party.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's part of the family tradition, or culture tradition. You have to throw the whole party in, to
She gets to have a little limo ride.
a limo ride,
and
and she gets that little fancy dance. And I was the honor of be, what you call it, a quinceañero.
Okay.
Or the honor of one of my cousins 3 times, and friends, of course. So dancing, and I was the main guy,
I know, that's awesome.
Thank you, primas.
And within the party, don't other guests get to pay money to go dance with the
sometimes
the
it
birthday
depends.
celebrants?
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yeah,
So get to dance for 1
give you some
minute.
little money,
and
all
stuff
that
like
kind of
that.
stuff. So that's when the transition from your daughter for a kid to a
grown woman,
kind of young adult woman, and all that. So that's what quinceañeras are for.
That's it.
A lot of drinking and food.
Another Mexican culture that we have adopted, and even people within my African community adopted, is actually the piñata. Having that piñata during parties where kids get to hit that dummy, and it's filled with candies, chocolates, toys, and all that stuff. So I've actually been to African parties, and I see them practicing that right now. So that mix of culture is really rich, and I'm glad that a lot of people from different backgrounds are actually practicing and sharing this culture.
Number 2,
learning different languages. So this gives you the opportunity to learn your spouse's language. At this point in time, I've been learning, over the years, how to speak Spanish. I understand quite a bit, and I can speak a little bit of it as well. And I do speak English, French, and then C, which is actually a dialect from my tribe where I come from. It's called C. So, and also there is Pidgin English, right? Which is like broken English. So he knows how to speak that one too very well.
Yeah, I understand that pretty well. It's funny when your spouse or your partner speaks a different language, because sometimes when they get mad, they start speaking different language and all that. You kind of get that feeling that, okay, you're talking bad things about me. Okay, I get it. So it's fun because you're learning different dialects or your language and all that. I mean, she speaks French, even though she doesn't speak French around the house that much. She speaks Pidgin, which is something that I really catch with the time. And for those who speak Pidgin, don't speak Pidgin from me, because I will understand. And I speak Spanish. I will fully speak Spanish. She understands what I'm saying in Spanish. That's the good thing about her, that she grasps French and Spanish almost as the same. So she put words together. She can actually understand and write Spanish and all that. And French, I mean, there's a few words like no, like como va tu, mon amour?
Bien.
Bien.
Number 3, traveling to different places. So being here in the United States, believe me or not, prior to getting to know him or meeting him and marrying him, of course, when I thought about Mexico, all I thought about was Cancun, right? To go for vacation and have fun. Never did I ever think about, going down to Mexico City itself, or going to Leon, Guanajuato, where he was born. And, now it's a beautiful thing, something that my kids and I would love to go there for vacation, to meet, his extended family members, love one, explore the city where he was born.
And also thinking about traveling to Cameroon, West Africa,
Right.
with my kids and wife, so
Yeah.
she can show me all the cultural over there.
Yeah, so actually, so our kids can see where we both come
Yes.
from. So, it's very important for them to know these places. And another place that, we never thought about traveling to, or I never thought about traveling to until he says that that's his dream vacation area. It's actually Dubai.
I really want to go visit
I was
Dubai.
like, what? He loves Dubai.
The skylines.
So, yes, so that's
buildings
on
and
our
all.
top list. Number 4, open-mindedness. In an interracial, relationship, there is always a certain level of open-mindedness that each of the spouse, experience during the cultural, ethnic, and racial diversity, right? So their minds are always open to new ideas and new approaches to life. Open-mindedness is, it makes it really easier to accept and create new ideas, which is, very important for improvement and innovation in general. So we are open-minded because we decided to be together, despite all odds, despite what other people thought that, hey, maybe we're not a good fit, a good match, just because we're from two different
cultures,
ethnicity, religion, everything's just
barrier,
different.
all those kind of things, skin colors, and
Oh,
those kind of
yes.
things, a lot of things, because you're not
Yeah.
married with the same person, we're not
Exactly.
married with the same kind. That's all
Exactly.
most of people say is, I mean, we're not pets or dogs that we can call kind
Exactly.
or race, like, I mean, we're human beings, so
Yeah,
we are attracted by feelings and emotions and mentality.
definitely. Basically, being an open-minded person helps you become a more flexible person, which makes it easier to compromise. So, like I've mentioned before in one of my videos, coming together in an interracial relationship in general, there has to be a lot of compromise because there's so much diversity between us. We are so different in the way we do things, but now we have to compromise, to make this marriage work, our relationship to get better and all that stuff. Number 5, rounded parenting style. So the most common parenting styles that we have is the Western and Eastern parenting style. And of course, we all know that with the Western parenting styles, the parents are more laid back, kind of let the children learn as they grow or make mistakes and all that. So with us, it's different. So I'm coming from Cameroon, an African country where our parents were super strict. Yes, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. You would get the beatings. Believe me, the fear of our parents was the beginning of wisdom.
Wow. Well, same thing with the culture. I grew up with that same way. Your parents will smack you or throw the chancla on you or grab whatever they can find around to smack you and things like that. I grew up that way. I mean, I believe my wife grew up that way. But here, I mean, I took a different approach to my kids.
Yes.
I'm very chill when it comes to my kids. At the same time, I'm very strict when it comes to my kids. So I rather to just listen to them first, see what they have to say, and then after that, I'll make my decision after that. Obviously, if I find out they do that thing at the moment, well, obviously, I'm gonna either talk to you or things like that. So I give you the option to think about what you say, and if you don't want to do it again, I'll smack you back again. So I'm pretty much chill when it comes to my kids. So,
Yep.
but my wife is something else sometimes.
Not really. I'm the one. There are two. When it comes to parenting, right? There's always that parent that talks too much or she yells and shouts. So him and I are different. He's more of the silence guy with the action. So he's the one that will easily pick up a belt, to spank if it's needed, right? But I'm the one that I don't do the spanking, but I do the talking. And believe me, sometimes the talking is more painful than the spanking.
And the screaming.
So pretty much, yeah, that's the, we just have to, there's that rounding parental style. And then, like he said, being in the United States, we also understand that our children, of course, we have to listen to them. We have to love them no matter what they're going through, because we know that in this country is a lot of things that, peer pressure, bullying, there's so many things happening. As parents, it's very critical to us. Our kids will always come first no matter what, which means that we'll always listen to them, protect them with every bit of breath in us.
Just remember, this generation is different, which
us.
all the different generations. So just listen to your kids, what they have to say, and after that, you always make your decisions after whatever you have to hear from them.
You just never know what they're going through.
Right.
Number 6, fight against racism. So living in the United States, and just like with any other country, there's always going to be this discrimination, whether we like it or not. And some, these are the things that happen all the time. When we walk into a restaurant or certain places, we get that look sometimes like, okay.
You get that look all
that
the
look.
time.
That look. There is that
That's
look.
weird to see.
If you are in an interracial relationship, you know what I'm talking about. There is that look, that distinct look that is like, okay, are they really together, or are they just buddies hanging out? And you get that extra attention.
Yeah.
So being together really helps, break the barrier, because now we are beginning to reproduce, and many kids these days are mixed, or a mixture of,
It's a new
so many
generation of kids. Yeah.
ethnicities. So they are just biracial and all that. And to me, I feel like that's a great thing, because it helps break that barrier, that racism. Looking at people like, okay, she's black, he's Mexican, or he's white,
Why he's Asian?
and all that stuff.
I mean, when you live in a country, it's multicultural country, and I mean, obviously, you're gonna interact with other people from different cultures, I mean, different parts of the country, and things like that. Some people, for example, the ones that live in this country for a long time, they think, well, we should be all living for one race and only one culture, things like that. I mean, when you mix so many cultures in one place, obviously you're gonna have this interaction with every single culture. So I married with a Cameroonian, she married with a Mexican, with different culture and things like that. But when you live in a country like this, I mean, expect to see that a lot, especially now these days. You're gonna see a lot a multicultural marriage and interracial couples and things like that. A lot of mixed kids, babies, the Asian, white, Mexican, Latino, Central American, South Americans. I mean, doesn't matter. We are one. We're humans.
We are
and all that
one.
kind of so.
Number 7, acceptance. So once you're already in an interracial relationship and you realize that you guys have a lot of differences and all that stuff, you get to accept the other person for who they are.
Yeah.
Love conquers everything, like they say, and you guys get to compromise. You get to figure out a way to make things work, accept each other's flaws, and differences. And this is just not within an interracial relationship. This is just with every relationship, every marriage and stuff like that. So,
well, sometimes I mean, understanding your partner and make sure that person understands where you come from and the mentality you have and things like that. I mean, I know love is one part of those things, but at the same time, you have to be understanding the person and patient with the person, and
a lot of patience.
A lot of patience when it comes to you might set different culturally and identity and things like that. I mean,
Right.
all depends technically on the personality of the person and the mindset. Pretty much that's how you break all in together.
Number 8, appreciate each other's differences. Believe me or not, guys, the differences between us is very valuable. I mean, you get to learn the person, what makes them unique in the way they think and all that stuff. So we appreciate our differences. With time, when you realize that there are certain things that you can't really change, is either you learn to compromise and accept that person for who they are, appreciate them for their differences, and you guys grow together.
No matter if it's negative or positive. I mean, obviously, importance in here is that communication is the key for you to understand if it's a negative or positive, things like that. So understanding each other is important. I mean, obviously, me and my wife, sometimes we have a lot of differences and things like that, but we always try to work those things together and communicate each other and make sure we understanding. And if you not agree, okay, well, make sure you respect that decision that I made. If you agree, we'll both respect the decision, but at the same time, we wake up every morning and we still be as a couple, make sure that we both understand each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Number 9, always learning.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's something that it's a lifelong journey, and we're always going to continue learning from each other as we go through, learning, our differences, our diversity, our culture, and just basically with every relationship too. It's a lifelong learning journey. So you get to continue learning something new about your partner's, culture, background, discovering places. It just gets more fun with time.
You learn a lot of things when you with someone different culture, or the food, the religion, things like that, and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, you learn a lot of stuff that you probably like, wow, this is the new world, this is kind of same like us, or things like that. I mean, but you always keep learning differences and things like that.
Number 10, you spread the love and encourage others to do so. So being in an interracial relationship, has broken, a lot of those barriers.
Stereotyping.
Stereotyping, pride, ego, judging others
You
based
will
on
get a
their
lot judgmental
on their
stuff.
skin
Yeah.
colors. And I mean, we witness this, we experience this, you know, every now and then. So but being together, loving each other, you know, shows the wall that we can still actually genuinely love one another despite our skin color. This doesn't really define who we are as a person.
You will get this inside the family, friends, outside, strangers, outsiders. You will get this a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
and keep in mind this is a new generation, and you people are gonna be look at you with a different looks and things like that. So it's something that's not normal for them to see, but now these days it's pretty much completely getting normal. I mean, it's just you're just gonna get used to it, and trying to get used to it, and then just move on. And whatever opinions they had to say, just uh, tell them, well, I mean, this is my life. I mean, I'm happy with it, and I'm happy with the person I am with it. And this that person makes me happy. I mean, your opinion doesn't really count. And technically, I mean, if you're really strong-minded and all those people judging on you or stereotyping you, I mean, it will be nothing to you as long as you are really focused on what you really want. And obviously, I mean, keep moving forward. I mean, I bleed, everybody bleed, and we are humans. So,
Exactly.
so there's not much difference. Obviously, everyone has their own
Yeah.
opinion. I mean,
That's life.
just life. It's just I'm getting old. You will get old one day, and we will die. You will be on the same grave, and we'll die. So I mean,
Right.
you're always gonna be some. There's always gonna be someone judging you, but you keep moving forward. Nothing you can do about it. So
Yeah. So, but being together in an interracial relationship really
you
helps
will
spread
learn
the
a lot.
love,
I mean,
you know, breaks the barrier. And hey, let's just continue to love one another, you know?
you will get good comments. Oh, you guys are a beautiful couple, things like that. And then sometimes you're gonna say, well, like, oh, well, maybe he is with her because of the papers or things like that. But I mean, it's to me, it's just completely normal. I really ignore it and I just keep moving.
So, this is it for the 10 benefits of an interracial marriage that we wanted to share with you guys. We hope you enjoyed this video. And if you do, go ahead and click the like button. Leave us some comments, ask us some questions, and of course, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to turn on the bell notification so you get notified each time we post a new video. Till then, we'll see you soon. We love you. Take care. Be safe. Remember to always wash your hands and sanitize it. Bye, guys.
May the force be with you.
Number 10, you spread the love and you can encourage others to do so. So basically, can you stop?
It's my baby Yoda.
Let's be serious.
It's Papi Muñaño.
It's Papi Munani?
Papi Muñaño.
May the forces.
May the force be with you.
Papi Munani.